It also means there's another part of this job description, and this is where I would take everything away and I would bring it back to you for just a minute. Because I would say this is the part where I think it's huge for you to think in terms of, and that's, at the end of the day, one of the reasons why you're in their life is because this can become personal in a way, and you've got to make it personal. You have this opportunity to be on the front row with kids, and they're going to be watching your life. And I don't say that to put pressure on you, because you're not perfect. You've got your own mess, and you've got your own baggage, and God has called you into leading a group of kids, but God is going to use you because God wants to put your life and your struggles and your, story of restoration and redemption kind of up front so they can see it work out on your life. But that also means that you've got to decide in your life how to make sure you guard your own personal growth and your own spiritual growth and development as well. I don't want to give you a job description and say, as a small group leader, you just do all of this stuff without at least some point, turning the spotlight internally into your own life and go, where and how do I need to continue to grow? So there's some practical applications with that we'll talk about. 2 or 3 things here. Number 1, live in community. What that means is, you have to have community too. You have to be doing faith with other people that are your peers as well. Trust me on this. If you're leading 9 or 4, 5-year-olds in a small group and that's your few, they are not your community. You still need community. You need other adults in your life who can lean into you, where you can dump your baggage in a different way. You don't need to dump all of your baggage into the life of a 6th grade or 7th grade group. They can't handle it. So you need to model what you say you're trying to do with them. And that's why I would say to every person, I would ask the question, where's your community? Where's the few you're doing life with and faith with? And what does that look like for you? You have to live in community. You have to set priorities. This is a great opportunity for them to look into your personal life and see how you prioritize, because some of these kids may not have role models that are keeping their priorities straight. This is why, as a husband or as a wife leading a small group, they can see your marriage. Or why, as a parent leading your children, they can see the priority you make your children. There's just some practical sense things here. I mean, for example, there are times where your priorities may compete with your commitment to your few. And that's okay, because it's a way to demonstrate to them your priorities. There should never be a moment where you have this conversation with your 7th, 9th grade boys. Well, guys, I wanted to go to a movie with you tonight, even though it was my anniversary, because I felt like I really wanted to hang out with you guys instead of my wife. No. That sends the wrong signal. I mean, again, it's about making it personal in your own life. It's about being real, being who you are. Can I give you some really good news? I'll give you some really, really good news. You don't have to be cool to lead teenagers. The reason that's good news is because I've met some of you and you're not. But the best small group leaders in the lives of teenagers are not the coolest people I've ever met. They're people who are real. I wish I could introduce you to a guy named Bob. He's 80 years old. Bob has led, I think, middle school boys for like 30, 40 years. We gave him an Orange Award at Orange Conference a few years ago because we wanted Bob to know that he is the goal. Someone who, trust me, I've seen the way he dresses. There's nothing cool about him. But the boys he's led know that he cares about them and he loves them, and they have a place to belong, and someone who believes in them.